Well, if you know me at all, you know why we are here. Beautiful. Sun has technically already set. I have no idea the time. I just know sunset was 4:59 today. So I finished work at 4, had a friend drop me off, hurried in, got myself set up. We have a bit of a moon tonight. Yeah. Not expecting anybody to come by, but the last time I was here, someone came by at like 8:45 and it was about this dark. So I probably shouldn't hang out on the trail too long because I don't need anybody to know that I'm here. But I will take you and show you where I am. We're in there. Let's go. A lot darker in here than it is out there, isn't it? Well, at least I know I can't be seen from out there. Anyway, if all goes out well, we're out for 2 nights. Tonight's supposed to be -2, feeling like -5. And tomorrow's low is supposed to be a bit warmer. I'm really secluded in here. Had a trouble finding like where my flat spot is because the little weird thing that was hanging up is on the ground now. So obviously it has been out here long enough to get torn up. Anyway, I'm probably not going to do a lot of filming tonight because it is so dark so early, but tomorrow we'll be heading out and I'm doing the same route that I bailed on back in July when the bugs were just too bad, and I got picked up about 8 kilometers in on day 2, and I was supposed to be out for 2 nights then as well. So tomorrow I feel a success coming on because there's no bugs in November. But if all goes well, I'll just see you guys in the morning for a great day's hike. Well, I either have a hole in my sleeping pad or it's cold enough that the air that I blow in cools off and shrinks and gives me the illusion there's a hole in my sleeping pad. Or it's because I had it the other way. So under here on the bottom side is where the hole is to blow in, and I had it the other way so that, because I was anticipating it to go down a bit with the fact that cold air shrinks. So I had figured then I would be able to have easier access to it, but I'm wondering if it needs the pressure in order to stay fully sealed, and that's why I'm losing air. So I flipped it over. We'll see if that helps. I also remember now why I really don't like this tent. I am not even sitting straight up. This is sitting straight up. And the top, it's right here, it's touching. And then down there, there's like not even enough room for your feet to go without touching the top of your tent. The vestibule isn't big enough to boil water without burning your tent. Yeah, I brought this one this weekend for a reason. A, because I hadn't used it forever and I wanted to remind myself as to either why I really didn't like it or whether or not it was worth keeping. I'm not sure it's worth keeping. I don't know. Maybe for car camping when all you do is get in it and sleep. You don't have to hang in it all evening. It'll do for tonight and tomorrow. Not a bad night. I didn't sleep all that great. I was warm and comfortable. I just wasn't tired, which is so strange. But I find that when I go out the first night I'm out, I don't sleep because I'm not tired. I don't know if it's excitement or anticipation or what. This tent definitely sucks for size factor. It's so uncomfortable. You can't sit up, you can't do any of that when the days are so short and I'm going to be spending a lot of time in it. Probably wasn't the best choice because I'm not comfortable. My back is sore from having to kind of crouch a little bit last night, so I wasn't always touching the top. My feet were a bit cold throughout the night because I kept sliding down to the bottom of the tent, so the sleeping bag was sucking in the cold. It's about -2 this morning, feeling like -5 degrees Celsius. So my feet are cold right now, but I'm comfortable. So I think once I get moving, my feet will be fine. I'm gonna get broken down camp here. Sunrise was 7:06 this morning, and that was a little bit of an adventure, so I'll tell you about that in a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna finish getting packed up here and hit the road. I have to repack my pack because it didn't pack right at all inside the confines of that itty bitty little tent. So I'm gonna rip everything out. Try again. It's weird how like the morning of day 2, my food bag feels bigger than it did last night. I don't know what I did differently. Really batting 1,000 this morning with my packing jobs. Let's try again on the food bag. Yes, I'm gone for like 2 nights, and I have 2, but this one's almost empty, and this one's almost empty. If you have tips on how to put them together, I'm all ears. My feet are cold. I need to get moving. Oh no, my pack doesn't feel right. Whatever. Holy crap, what an ordeal. My pants even feel like they're falling down. Normally it's not this hard. Gosh. Okay, let's go. So last night there was a guy, and I'm assuming it's the same guy that went by the last time that I was here. And he went by, and then I waited till he came back before I got in my tent to make sure he was gone. I didn't want to film him because it was dark and I didn't want any light from my phone to trigger that he knew I was here. Okay. Goodbye, amazing campsite. I love you. I will see you again. I've got to remember exactly where you are because with this thing being on the ground now, instead of hung in the tree as my marker. Okay, so note to self, straight up from that signpost. Okay, my toes are ice. Let's get out of here. Anybody coming? Nobody. One final look back. Oh. Everything's mighty frosty this morning. Ooh, I gotta get moving. My toes are iced. So every time I come through here, and I mean every time, I see that over there, and my first instinct is, ooh, somebody's camping. No, that stupid thing is there every single time, and I say the same thing every time. It's just a random tarp. I don't know, maybe somebody slept there at some point, but silly, man. Every time. Trail's beautiful this morning. I gotta pay attention though, because there's a lot of leaf cover, as you can see. And you can see the trail markers down there, but the trail is almost impossible to see. So, gotta be on today, paying attention. Today's hike is very difficult. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Up, down this on this side, then up, down through Hockley Valley Resort, and then up through the Hockley Valley Provincial Park, and then I'll be camping somewhere in there tonight, I think. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm gonna keep my eye on the radar or the weather, and if it looks like it's going to, supposed to camp there tonight anyway. Gonna keep my eye on the weather. If they're calling for rain in the morning, I'm gonna call for a pickup tonight, because I really don't want to be waking up in the rain when it's hovering around 0. That's just too cold and wet and miserable. Anyway, I better get moving. My toes are still cold. This is so much more enjoyable when I am not running from mosquitoes. I can literally saunter. Sun, blue skies, beautiful. Another really nice point about hiking when it's cold out is your water always feels like it just came out of the fridge. So cold and refreshing. Anyway, I wanted to tell you what happened this morning. So, where I was, I could see the sun coming up through the trees kind of across the field, and it hadn't risen yet. And I thought, well, that could maybe pose for a nice sunrise. So I took my phone to film it. And thank goodness I took my phone and didn't just go up to watch it. Because, believe it or not, even though it was like I could see exactly where I wanted to go and it was a straight shot up, I couldn't find my tent again. And I was trying to figure out where I was, and I knew I was kind of heading in the right direction, but there were like little open pockets, and I'm like, okay, this little field wasn't the one that I just went through, and that little spot wasn't the one I went through. Where is it? And I was totally turned around. And it just goes to show how quick and easy it is for that to happen, even when you think you know where you're going. So thankfully I had my phone. I was able to pull it out, pull up the map. I could see on the Bruce Trail app exactly where the trail was. So I just followed my little blue dot until it connected with the trail, and then I was able to find where I was for my tent. But yeah, baby panic moment there. If I hadn't have had my phone with me, I have a compass, that's the word, on my watch, so I probably could have followed that because I knew that my tent was north. So I just didn't want to end up going like east or west. I knew I wasn't going to go south. Anyway, so easy, and just a simple little thing for wanting to go and watch the potential of a nice sunrise. And it wasn't even like spectacular because there's no clouds in the sky, so there's no character there, but stupid me. It is so quiet. It's deafening. There's no birds, not an ounce of wind, no animals scurrying about. It's very bizarre. And I don't know if it's because it's still cold, that they're all still hunkered down and sleeping. It's just so still. It almost feels criminal to be interrupting it. Okay. It looks like the tree was sawed off, like, because it had fallen. And now it's wedged there. And there's nothing over there holding it. That's like the definition of Widowmaker. Man. I just had a little bit of a break. There was a bench. That was a nice little piece of luxury. And I had an orange. Like, the orange was so good. So good. Like, why don't I eat more oranges? They're always so delicious. And I always, like, pass over them. I don't know. The only reason I brought them with me today was because they were in my fridge and they needed to be eaten. Why don't I eat more of them? Maybe I'll start doing that. Anybody else want to tell me how in the world trees do that? It's like the big part of the tree got bullied by the little part of the tree to be like, you're not growing straight up. I am. You are not allowed. That's not very nice. Bully tree. It's cool though. You know, I've kind of had like weird random thoughts this morning. So the one random thing is I've been listening a lot to choral music lately and like just soundtracks of stuff. So I've been having it stuck in my head. So this morning I've been bouncing back and forth between this really beautiful choir piece and the August Rush like finale Rhapsody song that he conducts when the movie comes to an end. And it's quite beautiful to be in my mind because everything is so bloody silent. The other thing that's come to mind this morning is I'm entering Hockley. So I'm in the exact same spot that I was last time where I was just like, I've had enough. I'm hot, I'm covered in mosquito bites, I'm exhausted, and that hike was way too fast. Well, here's where the epitome that time is an illusion comes into play, because today it took me exactly the same amount of time to get here, and I stopped for a break. But I don't feel like I hiked any faster. So, it just shows that like heat really does play a factor on your mental game. And today, I couldn't ask for a better day. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna enjoy the Hockley Valley Resort. I just passed a whole group of like hikers and they're like one big pack. I'm glad they're going the other way. Anyway, check in a bit. One more thing. That guy back there, so cute. He looks at me, he goes, morning. And then he goes, professional, because I've got a big pack on. Apparently I'm a professional backpacker. I'll take it. Well, the kids would be in heaven. We've got a tractor, a mini tractor. Oh, burn barrel. Still smells like it was smoking away. And snow machine. Look how green it is over there. And then it feels like you're kind of stepping into the world of Narnia, because as you go over this way, everything is frosty. It doesn't quite show up as much on the camera, but you can see the green to the white. It's so cool. Well, it's break time. Coffee, making some lunch, sitting on the side of a road. Every time someone goes by, I get a nice big dirt waft in the face because they drive too fast. But it was a sunny spot, and this is where I wanted to stop. I have made the decision that I am going to go home today. The rain, it's just unsure for the morning, and because it's going to be hovering around freezing, the last thing I want to be doing is getting soaking wet when it's 0 degrees out just to have a second night on the trail. So the family is going to park and then hike in and meet me. So I'm going to enjoy my lunch, give them a chance to get on the road, and then I'll make my way towards them, and then we'll head home tonight. So, but I'll keep you posted throughout the afternoon. But here's for lunch. I've got Mr. Noodles for lunch today, and of course, a mocha. Oh, look at that. A natural walking stick holder. That's cool. Whew, all right. Well, we've done about 16 kilometers, and I should be meeting up with family shortly. Well, they just started. We're about 2 kilometers away from each other, so I'll probably meet them at about the 1 kilometer mark, depending on how quickly the boys are hiking. But I do want to try to get through this section before they reach it, because it's tough for little boy legs. But I'm looking forward to seeing my babies. It's been a really nice day. I really have enjoyed today's hike. It's too bad that it's going to be crappy weather tomorrow, where I would have taken my time and actually spent the night. But just like I said, freezing temperatures with water. Don't know if I'm ready for that yet. But next month I'll get out again and do another single nighter for sure. Probably in the same vicinity as this. And continue my training for Scotland. It's very exciting. I can hear them coming, so I'm gonna hide over here. It'll be fun. Here they come.
1.29.
1.29? Yep. Not even 2?
Not even 2.
Psst. Hi. I can hear you guys from so far away. You're so loud. Hi. How are you?
Good. We got our big stick.
You got your big stick.
Oh, where are we going now?
Probably back, because that gets pretty gnarly.
Isaac, other way, please.
It's like a big downhill, which means you'd have to go back up the big downhill. That's okay. Yep. Did you guys have a good night last night?
Yeah, we stayed up till 8 o'clock.
Really? That's so late. Big dance party?
Yeah. And we have to watch. I could. We also stayed up for 1 period of the hockey. Mom, I could hold this part to aim it to you.
Okay.
Say hello, Owen.
Say hello, Owen.
Hello.
Keep walking, guys.
Okay.
I am cooking.
It's a nice day out here, everybody. Look at all the sheep. Look at that big tree branch. Look at that big tree branch. Look at that. Look up. It's having a great day.
Whew. Well, that was a really, really good 24 hours. Had a lot of fun. Great spot last night. Spot I've been to before. Great day today. little bit of a quicker afternoon than anticipating just because of meeting with them. I didn't want them waiting for me too long. So it worked out well to be able to meet them on the trail and have a little bit of a 1.5 kilometer walk together to finish it off. So anyway, tune in next month, I guess, when I try and do a December one if I can swing it. And if not, then January in the new year. Thanks, guys.
Happy hiking!